Hi friends, welcome back to Backyard Homestead. Today we're going to make a couple low-carb goodies. I've been needing something to have with my coffee and tea, and so we are going to make with the Carb Quick, which is real similar to Bisquick, so you could do the same recipe with Bisquick and regular sugar, okay? So we're going to make what's called Scuffins, and they're not quite a scone and they're not quite a muffin. They're kind of like a drop biscuit, but they taste more like a scone. All right, and then we're also going to make a low-carb biscotti with the Carb Quick. So what I've got here is about a cup and a half of blueberries that they're freeze-dried from Thrive Life Foods, and I didn't have any fresh blueberries, and the recipe actually calls for freeze-dried and says to put them in. I'm going to push them down a little. Put them in hot water for about 20 to 30 minutes. So it's been in there about 5 or 10. So, and they already feel soft, so they'll be ready to roll. Okay, so let's get a bowl and get started. I'm thinking instead of the KitchenAid mixer, I just use my hand mixer. We're gonna make some French onion chicken, and yes, I'm using instant potatoes, and yes, potatoes are carbs, but it's all we're gonna have. We're gonna start with the biscotti. Well, wait, it has to go in the oven that's off, so no, we won't. We'll start with the Scuffins. Okay, let's see what it says. Soak the mixed fruit. Drain the water, add fresh hot water, cover for another 30 minutes. I'm not going to do all that. They're already getting plumped. Preheat oven to 375. We're going to be using this big heavy beast for the chicken, and it's a yummy chicken recipe. It's now one of my new favorites. We need 2 cups of the Carb Quick baking mix. Let's get that. That's this stuff. So I'm gonna do the dry ingredients real quick, and then we'll do the eggs and stuff. I bought another box of this. So I've only made the Sloppy Joe recipe twice with this. I haven't made any biscuits or pancakes or any of that, but the Sloppy Joe recipe is the biscuit recipe. Okay, so there's one. So I'd say there's about 6, maybe a little over 6 cups, maybe close to 7. Oh yeah, because I did fry some chicken and I made this for the coating. So there's probably closer to 8 cups, and it's like $13, so it is a little pricey, but you get to make all this stuff with it. Here's our dry ingredients. Oh, I guess it doesn't need any baking powder or baking soda. Now, the other recipe does call for it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, then. So we'll set this one aside. We'll go back to this one. Go into this one. Hope you guys can see good. Let's lower you down a little. Into this one. We're going to mix 1 egg, half a cup of the heavy cream. Oh, and these, I'm going to go ahead and strain them in my strainer. Mix eggs, heavy cream, and it says use a pastry cutter to cut the butter into that. I didn't do that. Okay, I've got dog TV on for them. Hopefully they'll be mellow until my husband gets home. Then they're gonna go nuts. So, since we have to cut it in, and I don't have a pastry blender, you know what's funny is I said, this thing sucks and threw it away. And now I've needed one. So I'm gonna have to get one now. It was just a whole lot of work to do it that way. So you want the butter pretty cold, I'm assuming, like scones. Let's get it away from the oven. I'll probably just use a fork. Or my hands. Basically just want it to be crumbly. But you really don't want to warm up the butter either. So I'll get it started with my hands and then grab a fork. So I'm just going to do that with the fork. Just mush it in. Just like that. Something is burning in this oven. I'm going to have to open the back door. It's not smoking, but there's something in there. It's time to give it a good clean. Like way past time. And as usual, I'm getting this all over my clean stove. Okay, so that's pretty much done. Feels good. I'm gonna set it over here so it's not by the hot oven. Let me rinse my hands real quick. 1 egg. And a half a cup of heavy cream, but we're gonna use half and half. And my dirty mixer, trust me, I've tried to clean it. It doesn't come off. I've had this thing like 20 years. Okay, let's find one good egg. One big, large one. Now that it's spring, we're talking about getting a whole new flock of chicks. Right now we've only got 3. And only 2 are laying. Oops, that's a little more than half a cup. There we go. Half a cup. I'm using half and half because I ran out of heavy cream. It'll just have to do. Let's mix that a little. Smells so good. Love it. That's a lot. They're gonna be almondy. And no vanilla, that's weird. Just almond. Okay, and I've got Splenda. Let's get a 1/3 cup. Well, it says 1/2 cup. I think that'll be fine because I'm probably gonna like it a little sweeter. So 1/2 cup. It's not gonna mess it up. No worries, friends. Okay, blend her up. So basically, you could do these like a drop biscuit or form them into balls. Now it says to pour this into the dry mixture. And that, I think, we could probably mix by hand. All right. There we go. Okay, now these we're just gonna fold in try not to crush them and get everything purple. Just enough for them to be mixed into the dough. Too late, it's turning purple. Okay, that's probably good enough. Now I was thinking, because I don't have any powdered sweetener, like a powdered sugar substitute. The only one I've found has erythritol or the other kind that I just don't like. So let's bring this closer. Okay, we want them like the size of a scone, I guess. So pretty big. I was trying to think how I could make a glaze. Although the Splenda is pretty light and fluffy. Oh, I think I do have a powdered one, but it's stevia, and I really don't like stevia. It just has such a bitter taste. I do not like. Okay. So you guys, I did make the orange marmalade video, and I tried to edit that thing so many times. I had so many problems with it. I finally gave up. So one of these days I'll finish editing it and you guys will see. Okay, I think I'll do 6 at a time, just because they're super big, or however many it makes at this size. It says to make them pretty good size. Okay, and to flatten a little. So they're gonna be like a blueberry almond taste, I think. You can smell that almond extract. I think this one's a little small, and I think it'll make at least 3 or 4 more. So maybe not 12 at this size. Okay, let's see. 375. Oh my gosh. See, I don't pay attention to the camera, you guys. I basically was just spooning it like that. 375 for 20 to 25 minutes. My oven cooks hot. 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna do the timer up here. We'll start it at 15. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna set this bowl aside, wash these real quick, and we'll start on the biscotti. Be right back. Okay. The dogs heard something and they're going crazy. Alright, I've got the biscotti recipe. It needs parchment paper. Okay, we're doing a cup of Splenda and half a cup of oil. That's a lot of Splenda. Can you guys see? Let me make sure you can see first. No, Dory. Uh-oh. There they go. Let's try this again. Okay, I need to refill my oil, so hopefully we have half a cup. I'm gonna use avocado. You can use whatever you like. There's a half a cup. We'll refill the oil later. And just set it aside for now. Alright. It says to mix these two together. The weather's been so beautiful lately here. We're ready for spring. For a few days it was like 80 degrees. Today was a little cooler. Got my little spring spatula. Got it from Amazon. I don't like that the other side's not printed. Like, why would you do that? Just me, but you would think you would print both sides. I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks. So it wasn't like it was super cheap. But I wanted something all cute and flowery for spring. Okay. Blend oil and Splenda. Then we add the eggs one at a time. And it's 2 eggs. So, and then it says to blend well between each egg. Okay, you guys can see, right? Oh boy, got a little shell. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Did I get that other piece? I know biscotti's crunchy, but we don't need it that crunchy. Set that aside. Oh, these little scuffins are smelling so good. They've got 4 more minutes. Then we'll get the last of them in. Beautiful green eggs. Look at the rich color of those eggs. Okay. Looks pretty well blended. Okay, what's next? Add almond extract. And that is 1/4 teaspoon for this one. I might do a half because I'm not adding nuts or anything else. Maybe a whole teaspoon. So I want them to have some flavor. And what the heck, let's do it. We like almond extract. And this one smells so good. Pure almond extract, that is. All mine are pure. I don't buy no fakey stuff. You know what it doesn't call for? Neither one of them called for vanilla. So I am just going to add a splash of vanilla. I think it'll be way better tasting. And this is my homemade vanilla. If you haven't made your own homemade vanilla, all you need is an alcohol, which I'm using vodka, and spiced rum's a good one too because it gives it that spice flavor. That's a good one for Christmas gifts. All right, I'm gonna move these eggs so we have a little room. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this stuff. And 90% less carbs. So, let's open it. Hi, Dory. What are you doing? My scissors are never here when I need them. Oh man, those are smelling so good. Let's take a look. They smell amazing. Let's check them. They might need another minute or two. All the recipes seem to be 2 cups. I think Bisquick ones are like that too, if I remember right. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one in here. You know what's funny is last time I was doing low carb, I lost a bunch of weight, but I bought this stuff and I never used it. Just sat in the cupboard and it ended up, yes, it ended up getting bugs. I ended up throwing it away because it was just so old. It sat there for a long time. And I guess I don't know why I would be intimidated or anything, because it's not any different than Bisquick. Let's see if we can push it in. And I've made lots of things with Bisquick. I guess I just wasn't that worried about it. I mean, yes, these are low carb, but they're still like considered a carb, I guess. Let's get a plate. Okay, you guys can see how wonderful these little things look. Let me get a spatula. What you doing, Dory? You waiting for your dinner, huh? Look at them. I'm gonna pick a little piece off. Mmm. Oh yeah. They're kind of like a biscuit. They're good. They definitely need like a glaze. I'm gonna figure that out. Mmm. They got a crunchy texture. They're delish. And they end up having lots of blueberries. We set it up here again. They have lots of blueberries in them. And we will make the last of these real quick. Looks like mold. Okay, these are a little smaller. Because those came out pretty big, but they're about the size I would want, honestly. Let's put a little more on that one. See what we can get out of here. This one's a little tiny. So in my oven, they only took 15 minutes. But like I said, this thing cooks fast, or it cooks hotter, I think. And let's get back to this. Now the biscotti, it does call for baking powder and baking soda. So let's get half teaspoon of baking soda. And usually I'll smush it in my hand, but this is light and fluffy. It's all brand new. It's good to go. All right. And a whole teaspoon of baking powder. This is the half, so we're doing it twice. Okay, we're done with those, so we move them out of the way. We'll just kind of mix it up a tiny bit. Make sure I'm not missing anything. What else do we need? Okay, we got the oil, the sugar. Okay, says add the flour into the egg mixture. And I'm gonna try this. It says if it's crumbly to add a little more water. Yeah, it might bog it down a little. I didn't feel like busting out the KitchenAid. Okay, well that's gonna be stuck. Let's get it out of there. Now this says it's supposed to make like 36 to 40 some slices. I just don't think that's gonna happen out of this little amount of dough. We'll see. We'll just kind of fold the rest. Now that we got it all out of there. Okay, we want to plop it onto, let me raise you guys a little. We're going to plop it onto the cookie sheet. There we go. I'm going to cut it in half, somewhere around here. The almond extract, it makes it smell so good. Okay, now we want it about 2 inches wide, it says, and about 12 inches long. So we'll just keep working with it. Okay, I think that's good enough. They're gonna rise up a little. This one's at 7 minutes. Then we'll turn it down and get it started. I'm thinking of a glaze here. Let's see what we've got here. Ow! Let's get that wiped off. It is a Splenda Magic Baker brown sugar. I think I'm gonna do like a tiny bit and make like a little glaze. What the heck? It's not gonna be like a confectioner's sugar glaze because the Splenda doesn't make a confectioner's blend. They should though. I mean, okay, we gotta cover what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, this might be a little gritty. IDK. And like I said, I don't like the Truvia powdered sugar. It is no good. I just don't. It's not bad until the aftertaste comes. Then I can't hang. So let's smush this all down good. And I don't even know if it'll make a glaze, but we're sure the heck gonna try. What I could have done was just sprinkled some of this on top and baked it, because I don't really think it will like dissolve and make a glaze. Maybe if I heated it up. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Give it a taste. I'm gonna microwave it. Let's try it. 30 seconds. It'll either be good or it'll be gross, and we won't do it. Well, it melted. It's just not thick. Well, maybe we'll just pour a teeny bit just to give it a little sweetness on top. Just like a tube. I think I'll pour a little on this one too. That'll make those a little sweeter. Yeah, what I'll do is just pour a tiny bit on top, and then we'll give it a taste. So I've been picking at this one. So we'll put just a teeny bit, like half a teaspoon. Let it sit there for a minute. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. It's a little dry like a scone. See, we improvise. There we have it. That is so good that I think I should make some Earl Grey tea. So, we got 17 seconds left. Sorry, friends. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to make some tea. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Okay, let's turn it down to 350 for these. Lots of big plump blueberries. See how the freeze-dried blueberries just plump right back up. Mmm. Yummy. Alright. My glaze idea wasn't a bad one. These ones are a little smaller, which is fine. Yeah, get in here. Come on. Oh my gosh. Doesn't want to get under there. Okay. There we are. And I'm going to just put a little of this on these. Give them a little of that flavor. I don't want it to make them soggy though. So, I think that's probably good. That's probably good. Okay. Now let's get these in. Now we're at 350. Watch out, Dory. $20 to $25. Let's start it at 20. Okay. I'm going to set these aside. Okay. So let's turn the oven off for a second. Get this crazy biscotti out. It's looking kind of funny, guys. And we will just have to dry it out later. It didn't really come out. I think I ruined it by putting that brown sugar glaze on top. It looks like a flat pancake. But as long as it gets crispy, right? Watch out, babies. I mean, that's really all that matters. I'm gonna turn that off. So later on I could put it back in to crisp up more. Right? Yeah, it needs to get crispier. I hate not having enough room in my kitchen. I need like a ginormous kitchen. These are supposed to be biscottis. No, they're really dry like biscotti. They just need to get crunchier. They're not bad though for a low carb. You want to try it? Try it. It tastes like a crunchy cookie. Very dry. Not bad though, huh? To have with coffee and tea. After I'm done with this, I'll put the biscottis back in the oven just on that plate. And they can sit in there and get crispy for a few hours with the oven off.